Hi guys, it's Shell, Heart of It All Custom Creations. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So today I'm going to be doing a Northern Lights tumbler that glows. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So I'm starting with a 20-ounce stainless tumbler, spray painted black, and I already have all of my mica lined up, but I'm got about maybe 10 milliliters of epoxy. I don't want it super thick like a normal coat of epoxy would be, so then I'm going to go ahead and spread this out all over the tumbler. These are all the micas that I'm going to be using. I'm using regular micas and coordinating colors of the glow micas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just kind of pouring out the regular mica and mixing it with the glow. I've tried this before. This is my second attempt to just use the glow, and you could not even see it on the tumbler. So once it hit that tumbler, it like went invisible, which would work for glow, but not when it's not glowing. And I still wanted you to be able to see it when it's glowing. So I'm going to mix these together, and I'm going to mix all of them together individually colored, if that makes sense. And before we apply it to the tumbler. So now that those are all mixed up, I have this fan brush, and I wanted to kind of just dab it into the tumbler or the epoxy, and this just was not working for me. So I just picked it up and just started sprinkling it on, and this worked so much better. And anytime you look for a Northern Lights, everybody does it differently, and I kind of wanted it to go just in a swirl pattern. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm going to add each of the colors individually, almost like you would see a rainbow, like right next to each other. You'll see what I'm doing here. Obviously, I'm not going in rainbow color order, but that's just the way I wanted to do this. Once that's done, I take my silicone brush, I dip it just a little bit into that leftover epoxy, and I'm going to go along each of the mica powders to kind of get them to start blending together and to move where I want it to move. And I'm wiping off my silicone brush as I go, just so that the colors don't really mix and muddy. So then I'm going to take it and go up and down so that it kind of disperses a little bit, and you get that really pretty Northern Lights look that you would see. And this is what it's looking like. So I'm going to put this on my turner let it cure, and do one more coat of epoxy over it before moving on to the next step. So here I cut out a moon and stars out of the double-sided adhesive cat scratch paper on a scrap piece that I had, because I have something I want to do with this. And then the words, never stop looking up, and I just thought that was fitting for this. And then I'm cutting out a tree line that's going to go around the bottom of the entire tumbler. And so I'm using black permanent vinyl with this, and then removing all the little bits in between. There wasn't a whole lot, but yeah. So I used several different trees to create this that I got from Creative Fabrica. Everything that I use will be listed in the description box below. And I used a holographic for the words. So I'm just going to add my transfer tape onto the vinyl here, and then apply it to the tumbler. I was trying to get it as lined up as possible onto the tumbler, so that each of the ends would match up. They overlap just a little bit, but that was fine. You're not really going to be able to tell anyway because it's black. But here I'm just lining it up and keep adjusting it until it's absolutely perfectly lined up. Once I'm finally happy with where it is, I go ahead and remove a little bit of that backing and lay it down onto the tumbler and smooth it out, going all the way around. And then once I get to the other side, the piece that was holding it to the tumbler, the extra transfer tape, I do lift that up to lay the rest of it down and then remove the transfer tape. Taking my weeding pen and popping any bubbles that there might be, just poking a hole and then smoothing it out. That's how you fix that. And then once I'm happy with all of that, I will then move on to adding the words and the moon and stars. So right now I'm going to go ahead and add the wording and cut out that so I'm not having all that excess transfer tape. And then I'll add that to the portion of the tumbler where it's mostly black. Now moving on to the double-sided adhesive. I'm just hand placing these where I want them. I got this whole SVG from Creative Fabrica, and I detached it from each other so that I could cut these individually. And then once I get that on there, I'm going to remove the top of the double-sided adhesive. And as of right now, you can't even see that there's anything there. But I'm going to take white glow powder from the Glitter Heart Co. And I'm going to take a small makeup brush. I got this from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to kind of dab that powder onto the adhesive. And this will glow once it's been quote unquote charged. So I'm going to do the moon and the 3 stars, and then I will brush away all the excess my glow powder, can't speak, from the tumbler to make those as crisp as possible. And I do seal this with Rustoleum clear coat spray, all the vinyl and the adhesive. And then once that's done, I do add we're adding a coat here. This is our first coat of epoxy, and I use probably 10 to 15 milliliters of epoxy. I wanted it to be able to get a nice coat over all of that vinyl, but we're going to add some glitter. So once I get this smoothed out, and I will torch it to pop any bubbles, and then we're going to add some glow glitters. The first glitter we're going to use is these glow stars from the Glitter Heart Co. They're just cute little glow-in-the-dark stars, and I don't want to put a whole lot on here. Just sprinkle a few here and there, and I'm making sure that I stay away from any of the vinyl work, and I don't want it to go down into my trees. Obviously, the trees don't shine, or the stars don't shine on your trees, so that's what I'm doing here. Then I'm going to use this glow white glitter from the Glitter Guy, and it's not really true white, but anyway, it's like a medium cut glitter, I would say. It's not real fine cut, but it's not a chunky. And I'm just sprinkling those randomly too throughout the sky. And then once I'm done with that, I add 2 more coats of epoxy before this is done. And I cannot say how much I absolutely love this tumbler. Even without it glowing, it's just beautiful. So here it is all done. Never stop looking up. Perfect. And with the stars and the mica powders, oh, it's just beautiful. But then, like I said, it does glow. So here it is in the dark. And look how cool that looks. I think it's so awesome. And that glow white powder for the moon is amazing. So this will be available on the website. If you are interested, make sure to check everything in the description box below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a great big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.